Well, howdy, everybody out there. Welcome to another exciting edition of the WDWpov Live Stream Show. I'm by myself right now, but somebody else will be coming along shortly. He's actually playing some video games with his little brother, Jack. So he's doing a good thing. So welcome, everybody. Yeah, it's a Monday, isn't it? It is a Monday. And what else are you going to say about it? I mean, it's a Monday. Hey out there, Bill. Hey, Mary. How's it going? Let's see what we got here. Yep, we got Yeah, we got some people out there starting to comment already, which is always a good thing. Yeah, Mary, I don't know. How did Monday roll around so fast? I mean, it's like the weekend just, comes and then it's gone. And then, could use a longer weekend. I think that's what we need. We need a longer weekend. Yeah, you got the temperatures dropping there too. Yeah, the last couple of days we had 70-degree weather, I think Thursday and Friday, and then Saturday, Sunday went down into the tubes. 40s. Nope, somebody's getting something. Somebody's coming here. Sounds like he's getting a drink. But yeah, we had great temps, and then all of a sudden it just went down the tubes. And yeah, and we've got some. It's been raining off and on. Hey, Kim, how's it going out there? Nice to see you. That's Kim, one of our friends over at Now That's Disney. We always like to see Kim and Dave join the show periodically. Yeah, we've got the same crummy weather here.
Speak for yourself.
What's that? Oh. And here comes Mr. Opinionated himself, Marcus. How's it going, Marcus? You doing okay? Getting the look already getting the look. But anyway, yeah, so yeah, Kim, you guys are getting about the same weather, I think, too, over in the Jersey area, if I'm not mistaken. So anyway, welcome to the WDWpov Live. Oh, and there's Callum. I knew Callum was going to show up. Callum, actually, he's got a bit of a treat tonight because they've already done their fall behind clock thing over there in the UK this week. So Callum, who's normally 5 hours ahead of us, and normally
it's only 4.
No, it's only 4 hours. So it's actually midnight, I believe, over in the UK, where Callum is watching us from.
He could be doing anything right now.
He could be. Callum, we really appreciate you being on the show.
You appreciate it. I think he has better stuff to do.
Well, apparently not, because he's here. He's watching us. And we do appreciate that, Colin. We do. We really do. We love talking to our extended Disney family out there all across the globe. Yeah, he did the math and made it. I am so confused. Yeah, it was really weird because he's like, okay, he was messaging earlier on our page, our WDWpov page, and he's like, so if we fell behind, and is that going to make it 2 o'clock in the morning his time, or is it going to, what? And I sort of worked it out in my head, and I said, no, you guys fall behind. So that means instead of it being 2, or when it normally would have been 1 when our show started in the morning, it would now be only midnight. So it's only midnight. So Callum, he can stay up all night long and watch the show. We're probably going to keep it to under an hour.
Sleeping is boring.
Sleeping is boring. It is. We're late people too here. Actually, we generally don't get to sleep before 1 o'clock on a typical night. It's usually a 1 o'clock type of thing. Yeah. Then he was using military time. He was saying, what was it, 22:46 or something like that? 48, I think, was the time. Because I was saying, it's 6:46 here p.m. And yeah, he pulled out the military time stuff, which I know how to do that. So anyway, welcome everybody. Welcome. We are going to be talking about a few different things tonight. Kim says she'll be asleep in an hour. Kim, if you watch this show very closely, you may be asleep in a minute. We like to put people to sleep. It's our job. And Bill's out there. How's it going, Bill? I know you were in there earlier, but you weren't really commenting. But here's guys. Well, I've had hard enough time figuring out when time is given as Central Time Zone instead of Eastern. Yeah. But that's just how it is. And then they've got Mountain, and then they've got Mountain Time. Just it should be done away with. Just get rid of Mountain Time. Doesn't even make sense. Steve's out there. How's it going, Steve? Says everybody go check out the solo show. Mary was the guest host. Yes, she was. She was a guest host on that. And
yeah, I bet Stan wasn't nice to her.
I'll bet he
that was his excuse. Remember?
What's that?
Why they were guest hosts and not guests.
All right.
That's why they're co-hosts.
That's
not
right.
Guests.
That's right. That's
that
right.
way he can be mean to them.
Yeah. So if you're a co-host, Stan can do whatever he wants to you during the show.
Doesn't have to be nice to a co-host.
So he
has to be nice to a guest, though.
So when we were a co-host with Stan a number of months back, we all treated each other. We treated each other equally.
Except it backfired on him because
because you treated him like a co-host.
Yeah.
Like he treats me. So anyway, so that'll be an interesting show out there. Plus, actually, Mary has also been last Wednesday, I believe it was, myself and Sheila Sanders over at the Monorail Tales podcast group.
That still exists?
Yes, it still exists. In fact, bigger and better than ever before. They actually believe this is something else here. The Monorail Tales podcast actually on some top 60 or top 100 list, I think made it on. I think they were ranked maybe 40 or 60 or something like that, but they were in the top 100 of Disney podcasts to listen to. That's pretty impressive. It really is. So anyway, so actually the Monorail Tales also has we did an interview with Mary last Wednesday, and that episode should be dropping any day now as well. So Mary's been keeping pretty busy out there. She's a pretty busy lady. So what's going on in everybody's world out there? I know it's Monday. It's also, I guess it's a good way to start a Monday by doing a show, and you can sort of unwind a little bit and say, okay, this was a Monday, had to go to work, it was the end of the weekend, but at least you got a little bit of bright sunshine by watching the two of us. Anyway, Mary says, I hope so, considering we just recorded an episode. It should come out next. Yeah, actually, Mary, the series got canceled. As soon as you were on the show, they decided it was time to cancel and stop. No, we're just kidding. We're just kidding. But let's see. Oh, Mary says she has a friend in Walt Disney World, and I'm enjoying following her adventures. It is always fun to watch people at Disney World. We do actually, and we'll talk about this a little later, but we do actually have a countdown. It's still not 100% countdown, but it's probably 99% countdown for Disney, which we haven't had a countdown for over 2 years now. So getting a little bit antsy at this point. But anyway, welcome to the WDWpov Live Stream Show. It's always great to have everybody out there. We're going to talk a little bit about a few things that are happening at Disney. One of the probably bigger things that came out in the news today was the fact that they're changing up the entrances. You know how you get into Disney World, you're on your way in, you're getting excited. You see those exit ramps, that says Walt Disney World, Magic Kingdom, Epcot, and you're like, oh, okay, we're almost there. We're almost there. And then you get to the final part where you take the exit and you're getting all excited. And that's what you see. Wait, no, that's not what you see. That is not what you see. That's not what it looks like. Is that what it looks like? But that's what it's going to look like. Fairly sometime this next year, I guess. They're going to start refurbing the entranceways to Walt Disney World. So what do you guys think about this? Let's do a little bit of a quick comparison. This is the way Mary says she likes the blue. I do. I also like the blue. I think that's a very, very nice color. We'll bring it up to full screen there just so you can see it a little bit better. Yes. Am I keeping you awake? I think I'm keeping Marcus awake. He's already going to sleep here. Come on. So, do you like the blue? I like the blue. I also like the gold and blue combination, and there's a good reason for that. So if we go over here, this is interesting because just this past week, I had decided to post this on our WDWpov group and page. And we were talking about doing countdowns, and I figured I'd bring this thing up so we could look at the comparisons. So here we are. We have, what's that? What's Callum saying here? Callum, this is what drives me mad. Disney are cutting all the magic out and trying to save money, but then they do things like this that aren't in desperate need of doing. Yeah. Yes, they do. But this, okay, so here is what it looks like currently. Okay. And Mary's saying, yeah, I think some of it was already planned and even could have been paid for. That's possible. They probably did. I mean, usually when something's happening at Disney, it's probably been pre-planned for a year or two, or maybe more. But I was doing some comparisons of the two. I do really like this. I mean, I like the the sort of the brick columns on the sides, the red brick type thing. And now this is interesting. Let's see. What is Kim is saying? Honestly, it looks a little chintzy to me, like an old local amusement park. Sort of meh. So here we go. We've got the castle at the top, which I am going to sort of miss. And I know Rick Forbes had posted something on our page saying basically the same thing. He's going to miss that. Notice that Minnie is on the left. Mickey is on the right. But with the new setup, they actually have flip-flopped these two. So Minnie is on the left, or Minnie is on the right, and Mickey is on the left. So they've swapped their places. I don't know why. Maybe there's some reason.
Are you sure they didn't just mess up in the concept art?
What do you mean?
Are you sure that they were looking at the entrance, or just accidentally got it on the flip side?
No. I think this is probably the way it's going to be. I mean, does it matter that much? Hey, all right, Annette's out there from the Jersey Shore. Yes, we're doing well. It's a little, I think your weather's about the same as what we've got. Temperatures drop from 70s down in the 40s and 50s, a little bit of rain, a little bit of mist, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. But yeah, it's so weather. But anyway, nice to see you out there, Annette from the Jersey Shore. Always nice to have you out there. We're talking about the comparisons of the new gateways that Walt Disney World announced today. And yeah, it is rainy here. Mary says that Mickey should be on the left. And I think, usually when you do see Mickey and Minnie, you do see Mickey on the left, Minnie on the right. So I think they're doing that maybe for consistency's sake. The other thing I noticed that jumped out, other than, the castle is missing, it is now, as it actually is advertised, and, the most magical place on earth. Disneyland is the happiest place on earth. Walt Disney World is the most magical place on earth. So they actually have that plastered on there, rather than what used to be, or what is still there currently, where dreams come true, which isn't really the tagline for Walt Disney World. But, that's nice.
Yeah, and Walt Disney didn't say, if you can dream it, you can do it.
Right, he did not. That's a good point. Walt Disney did not say, if you can dream it, you can do it.
So many official Disney products quote him as saying that.
Right, it just sort of stuck. Somebody came up with it and attributed it to Walt Disney, even though it wasn't true.
No, I don't think the person who came up with it attributed it to
But
him.
somebody eventually heard it, and they heard it repeated enough times. Thank you, by the way, Annette, for that. Enough people, I think, repeated it so many times that eventually somebody said, oh, it must have been Walt. Walt said that, and it wasn't true. So anyway, so they're changing the tagline to what the actual tagline is for Disney World. Getting rid of the castle. Mickey's on the left, Minnie is on the right, instead of how it currently is. And I mean, I do like the gold and blue colors.
Where's Kim been?
Kim. Yeah, that's one of those. It's one of those things that everybody just assumes he said, but he really didn't. I don't know. I mean, really, up until probably even a few years ago, I would have said, yeah, that's Walt. He had to have said that. But he didn't. Maybe he did at some point, but he was never actually quoted being heard saying that. Sounds like something he would say, though. Bill says, not happy. I did a metal Earth of the entry. All those. Oh, no. Jeez. Oh, no.
What?
He actually, like, he did a model. Yeah, they have those metal, I think those metal Earth things. They're these metal models that you put together, and it must have been of the entranceway, but the old style entranceway. Yeah, Mary, you're correct. It was an employee that said it, not Walt himself.
Who cares about him? Nobody remembers his name.
Yeah, who is the employee? Exactly. Who was that guy?
Also, not an employee.
A cast member.
Can't believe you.
Mary. They're not employees. They're cast members. But Callum says, yeah, isn't the dark blue to match the new castle color? Yes. And I always love seeing color spelled that way, by the way, Callum, with an OU. That's great. I love that.
Color.
That's color. But yeah, that was, in fact, if we scroll down here, they do talk about that, and, yeah, you'll see the colors appear in the Magic. Also, they're going to be doing this for the Magic Kingdom Park Auto Plaza. So they're going to be changing the color and that over there too. But yeah, they're saying right here, starting today, these gateways to Disney Vacation are about to get some pixie dust as we begin to adorn with a new color palette that complements the recent royal makeover of Cinderella Castle at the Magic Kingdom. So this obviously is just a rendering. But yeah, you're exactly right, Callum. That is part of the, I guess they're just trying to bring things together and make them all mesh a little bit better now that they're changing some things over. Yeah, Mary says, oh yeah, I have one of them. I haven't done mine yet. It's going to be a collectible. Those rare. I've actually got one. It's a space shuttle that I still haven't quite finished. But those are fun to build, those things. So anyway, so that's like the big news item, I guess. I don't know. I mean,
we've been going for 23 minutes.
It's not a huge news item, but it's like one of the bigger items that they've been talking about. It seems to be catching a lot of people's eye.
I think Mary found his name.
Tom Fitzgerald. Very good, Mary. So that is the cast member apparently who came up with the if you can dream it, you can do it type thing. But it really wasn't Walt. It was not Walt. Where'd Marcus go? He like disappeared on us here. There he is. He's hiding behind the thing here. There. Now you're even smaller. So yeah, so Tom Fitzgerald apparently is the guy who came up with that. Did you know that?
Probably at some point, but nobody cared about remembering his name.
Oh man. So that is that. I think that's about all you can say about it. However, here's a little bit. Oh, yeah. Okay. So yeah, Mary was saying it was that if you can dream it, you can do it thing was for Horizons and Epcot. Another one of those rides that I really loved. Sorry to see that it's not there anymore, but okay. So here's the deal now. Okay. So Disney comes up with this new, quote unquote, new color palette of blue and gold. But I'm here to tell you, I believe Disney may be copying from WDWpov and the Moliternos. Yes, you heard that. You heard that right. Because, and I've got some proof here. Okay, so again, you obviously have seen our new logo or our new thing that we have for our face, or like if I go here, let me bring this up again. We'll pop it up on the screen just for a moment. And there you have it right there. That is our new screen intro. That is our new color palette. Not quite new though. This is not quite new. So first off, what do you guys think about the new color formatting there with the yellow, basically gold and blue? I'm just curious what you guys think of it. Secret Disney operative. What do you think? You're not talking much today.
There's not much to talk about.
Well, what do you
You've
think?
listed nothing of interest for me to comment on.
Okay, what do you think of the new gateway entrance?
I'm neutral on it.
You're neutral on it. Is that really?
I don't
You're
particularly
neutral.
care. I don't particularly care for the darker blue, but I'm sure I'll get used to it.
Okay.
This is something of so minuscule importance. Why should I even comment on it?
Kim says she likes the blue and gold. Thank you, and not the Pepto-Bismol pink. Mary's thanking us for that. And yes, Callum, I believe we are trendsetters, and I'm going to prove it even more.
Don't you mean you are?
Well, I guess because actually the blue and gold thing has been going on since before you were born.
Doesn't he mean you are?
Yeah.
He said you're.
Yeah.
What?
When you're typing.
We have trendsetters?
We are trendsetters. Okay.
By
here,
trendsetters, you mean you,
and
because I do nothing.
And I'm gonna, yeah, so I guess Disney has been watching us. Like my one son, David, many, many years ago had talked about, and this is while we were on Disney property, so I have a feeling they were listening to us as well. The naked mole rat. He mentioned something about doing a show or doing something with a naked mole rat. And it was within about a year after that. What did they do? Kim Possible. What was one of the characters? A naked mole rat. Yes, Disney was listening in at our resort. They probably had listening devices following us throughout the parks. You know, you got to be careful. You got to be careful what you say there. I agree with what Jeremy said on a post. I don't care what it looks like. I just want to be driving under it. Okay. So if that isn't enough proof for you, I'm going to bring something else up here for you. I just have to pop another screen on. Okay. Now this is from 2010. Now, we had this particular setup many years before this. This was, I think, one of the last trade shows. No, not the last, but it was. This particular trade show was on Disney property. It was, I believe this one was at the Swan and Dolphin. So the trade show area between the Swan and Dolphin and over at the Yacht Club, resort area where they have a big convention center. Okay. And yeah, Steve, there's definitely a pattern of Disney stealing our ideas. Yeah. Lawsuit in order. Yeah. We've got several attorneys in our family. I think we're going to build up a case here. But so this, hey, Katie, how's it going out there? Yeah. We were doing comparisons of the old gateway entrance and the new gateway entrance that Disney announced. And I'm about to prove that I believe Disney took the color palette from us. Okay. So this is at a trade show for my Turno company that occurred on Disney property. Swan and Dolphin, Yacht and Beach Club area, convention center. And there it is right there. I'm going to go full screen on this one. So that is me right there back in 2010. Good looking dude there, huh? I had glasses back then. There was a period of time where I hadn't been wearing contacts. I usually wore contacts, but at this point I was going with glasses. And this was a screen from my computer software called Turno Velocity. You can see the name back here on our placard back here. But look at this color palette. Look at this blue, yellow, gold kind of thing going on there. And Anyway, Katie says it's been a rough time. I'm sorry, Katie. I'm sorry. I hope things get a little bit better for you. Yeah, Mary says on Disney property they probably have rights. Yeah, as soon as it ended up on their property, they're like, "Oh, this is ours now." No, we had this booth actually for many years, even before this. So it was probably back in the, I'm guessing, early 2000s. We probably had this booth, and we took it to many, many, many trade shows. And this was just one of them. And about every other year, they usually ended up on Disney property. And so we would end up going there, and we'd take the kids, we'd make a trip out of it. We'd, go to Disney for at least a few days. And I would be in this nice trade show area while the kids were going and having fun. Right. Anyway, Katie is saying, oh man. Yeah, Mary's asking about your fiance, and that's what I was wondering as well. And he had a seizure, and I'm sorry to hear that. And we will definitely, us, and I hope our audience out there as well, keep you guys in our thoughts and prayers for sure. That's not. Yeah, we want to see some improvement there as soon as possible. So anyway, I'm sorry. But anyway, I believe that is proof positive about where Disney got the idea from. What do you think? Do you think they stole it from us? So here, I know you're going to start snorting because you're just you've had enough already. So they went from us to this. Yeah. I think it's a conspiracy myself. I definitely think it's a conspiracy. So, yeah. Anyway, yes, we're all. Thank you very much for keeping Katie and her fiance and your thoughts and prayers. So. I don't know. Is there anything else about that I can hammer away at? I know you've had enough already.
You've beat the flesh, blood, meat, organs, and bones off of the dead horse.
So you're saying I'm beating the dead horse on that one, huh?
To a pulp.
Oh, man. So anyway, that was one of the stories out of Disney today. Another thing that sort of goes along with that whole gateway thing is sort of going back to the countdowns. I know a number of you posted that you do have countdowns going on. I think there were a couple of people that might even actually be going the same time frame that we're I think going, which would be mid-December-ish. So it's we're just trying to, I'm just wondering how many other countdowns might be out there at this point and see what's going on with that. So we are at, I think when we did our post about 4 or 5 days ago, we were at 51 days. And we're at the point of, starting to we made some reservations for restaurants and things. We're getting things set, but we're still we're still in the money saving process. So we'll see what happens. It should work out. I hope it works out. But if any of you are out there are going to Disney in mid-December, you're just going to tap on my chair all night. It's really annoying.
You know what else was really annoying? Going on for half an hour about a stupid entrance gate.
That's just true. Okay. I will not. I'm done with the entrance gate. You stop tapping.
I'll turn you into a newt.
Jeez. Oh, my goodness. Anyway, yeah, Callum is saying, he's basically that's not a good thing, obviously, to have to deal with. And I know, yeah, it's Monday. It is Monday. So anyway, if anyone has any countdowns, let us know. I would say, though, there was another thing that I wanted to talk about, and I didn't even write it down, and now it slipped my mind. Oh, I know what it was. You can talk about this one.
Who put you up to this? Was it the people from SpongeBob?
Yes, it was the people from SpongeBob.
Oh yeah, Lucas Animation. Yeah. Uh-huh.
So Katie actually says she is going to be going the week before Thanksgiving, which we've actually done several times as well. That was sort of our original plan, was to go in like mid to late November, and that didn't work out. But yeah, so we're going to miss each other by just a few weeks. I know I saw a couple of people on our group and WDWpov group that had mentioned coming out very close or at the same time. So I'm hoping there'll at least be a few people we might be able to say hi to out there. But yeah, the Mandalorian. Now, we talked about it last week. We talked about whether we were going to binge watch it or not. And you didn't really want to binge watch it. You didn't even really want to watch it again. You were like, why would we do that? But do you have a different opinion now? We did. We watched 2 or 3 nights. We watched the whole thing. What do you think?
What do I think? What?
What do you think? No, don't pull that up. What do you think? Do you think it was worth watching again?
I don't know.
That's your answer. I don't know. Well, I remember at least a couple of times as we were watching, you said something like, "Oh, yeah, I forgot about that." Or, "Oh, yeah, I didn't catch that time." Yeah. So you did get something out of it.
Was it useful?
What's that?
Was it actually useful?
I thought so. I mean, it was a good refresher. Katie,
You fell asleep.
we will be there. We're thinking the 12th.
Why do you have to tell everybody
And so
this
on.
stuff?
Because I'd like to. So that's the plan anyway. We're excited for the second season as well.
Fine, why don't I just say I'm going to the bathroom or what I'm doing in the bathroom whenever I feel like it, because I want to.
That's a little different.
Okay, it's a little different to say that you're going to the bathroom than it is to tell people that you will not be at your house this time of the year.
But other people would be, so it's not a big deal. So anyway, Mary, yeah, that was another thing that did happen today. Shop Disney, they dropped some merchandise. There's some Christmas stuff out there. A few different things that happened as far as merchandise goes. In fact, I was thinking maybe you dropping some or going through some of that as well. We'll see. If we get a little bit of time, I might. I'm actually trying to do something with a different page here. But anyway, so yeah, The Mandalorian is coming out this Friday, second season. Still love that first episode with IG-11 doing his shooting spree with the arms flinging around like this. That was fun. But what we also watched, we finished watching the 8 episodes, and then I'd seen one episode of this other thing. It was what was it called? Disney. What was it? You know what it was. You don't remember either. Are you serious? It was the show. I can't believe
Starts with a G.
Gallery. Disney Gallery.
There you go.
See, that's teamwork right there for you. Disney Gallery.
I actually knew. I just wanted you to say it.
Oh, thanks. Disney Gallery, The Mandalorian. Okay. And it was a pretty cool behind the scenes thing. I don't think it like blew the magic or anything in my mind. In fact, I was more impressed with how they do the special effects and actually shot things.
Just as a little heads up, you might want to just zone out whenever Carl Weathers starts talking. The man makes no sense whatsoever.
You think I ramble? Carl Weathers rambles, and it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. I make some sense once in a while. Yeah, I do. Yeah, but I love Carl Weathers. We love watching him. He's a great actor and everything. But man, when they're interviewing him and he's talking, he just sort of rambled. But it was cool, like the way they do they do the green screen stuff still. But, and speaking of green screen, they do the green screen stuff still. But the interesting thing is they also do these, basically just giant screens behind the scene, and it actually projects the actual.
That's very generous of you, Steve.
What's Steve saying here? Marcus, don't worry. Now that I know when you're going to be in Disney, I will personally drive to Ohio and keep an eye on your house while you're gone. Yes, we feel much safer now, Steve. We absolutely do. But yeah, they've got these giant screens that actually project what's going on in the scene in the background. And it looks realistic. I would have never guessed that's how they were doing that. Yeah, Katie, yeah, The Right Stuff. Yeah, we talked about that some last week, maybe the week before. But yeah, The Right Stuff is actually a pretty good series as well. It was only 3 episodes, I believe, right now. And we watched those in 1 or 2 nights. And yeah, that was a good series. I'm waiting for new ones to come out. You actually enjoyed that too, somewhat, didn't you? He even actually suggested it because he thought I might like it, which I would because I'm into space stuff and, I'm a geek in that way. But yeah, so The Mandalorian and then the Disney Gallery thing, we binge watched that as well, which that was also about 6 or 8 episodes. 8. Okay. Talked about the actors and actresses, talked about special effects, talked about the directors and the producers. What you in particular sort of enjoyed was Dave Filoni. What was it about that again? Go ahead, explain that.
No,
come on. What? Okay, so what was it that Dave was talking about?
Well, first off, he's literally just a nerd. He's a normal nerd like us.
I mean, he's a big time Star Wars nerd. I mean, big time.
The K series is good. What is that? What on earth is that?
The K series. The K series. Maybe she's talking about AK. Maybe it was the Animal Kingdom series.
Oh. I'm
guessing that means Animal Kingdom. Just a guess. Anyway, so Dave Filoni, go ahead. He's
talking nerd. About how he's working at Nickelodeon.
Before this all happened, where he got involved in Star Wars.
And then one day he receives a call from Lucas Animation.
Which didn't exist at the time. There was no Lucas Animation. This was before the Clone Wars. This was before.
Well, it was after the Clone Wars, but before the Clone Wars.
Yeah. After the animated, series. And so yeah, he gets this phone call from somebody supposedly from Lucas Animation, and
this is the SpongeBob guys, isn't it?
I guess he took a lot of harassment from the SpongeBob crew and people because they knew he was such a Star Wars nerd, so they'd tease him about it. And he gets this phone call out of the blue from somebody saying they want to set up an appointment with Dave Filoni, and they're like, "Yeah, we want to set up an interview with you from Lucas Animation." And he's like "Yeah, okay, sure." Yeah, which SpongeBob person is this messing around with me? And it was a legit call, and he thinks it's a complete hoax. And by the time he's finished with the call,
he's just like, okay, who put you up to this?
And you're like, George Lucas. He's very interested in speaking with you. Okay. But eventually he figures out, he sets up an appointment, and then he realizes it was a real appointment that he had. And he was going out to like Skywalker Ranch or whatever to do this interview. And, and here he is actually, going through this interview process. And then George Lucas comes in and sits with them, and they talk for a while, and they nerded out with each other about Star Wars stuff. And, and he got the job, obviously, Dave Filoni. Now he's like next to George Lucas. I mean, he's maybe even including George Lucas. This guy's like the biggest Star Wars.
The only one that probably understands Star Wars the best out of anyone.
Yeah. And he's really taken the thanks to that.
I will warn you, you're going to hear Jon Favreau talk repeatedly about how he was coming off of working on The Lion King.
Oh, yes.
And I'm going to be like, literally the only good things that came out of the Jungle Book and The Lion King were the technology for making The Mandalorian.
Yeah. He goes on and on about, well, when I did over
on The Lion
King, the live action.
We're using a game engine. This is game engine technology, people. Did you know that? Did I mention that we're doing this in VR?
Yes, you did. Several hundred times. The Malteros have a huge dog that eats people. Actually, there's 2 or 3 of them, not just one. There's 2 or 3 huge dogs, including the neighbors over here. They've got this dog that barks 24/7, and it's just really deep guttural barking noise. We also have rabid raccoons that protect the property. They patrol the area constantly. They do. We had one. We had one raccoon that was probably rabid or something was wrong with it, and it was just middle of the day. I'm out cutting the grass, and this thing's just walking right up to my lawnmower. I'm on a riding mower, and this thing's just walking right up to me. And then I start steering toward it to try and chase it away, and it's barely running away. So yeah, that one was sick. There was something wrong with it. But anyway, yeah. So yeah, the Mandalorian. We're very excited. I think it's a 4-day countdown now. It's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. 4 more days. About this time, we'll be watching The Mandalorian in about 4 days, right about this time of day. Very much looking forward to that. And then if you get a chance, if you want to, if you haven't seen The Mandalorian, definitely you could still fit it in the next 4 days. You watch 2 episodes a night, you're all set. Yes, Rocky Raccoon, or is it Rocket? This could be Rocket. Could be Rocket too. But yeah, Rocky Raccoon and Rocket Raccoon. We've got it all here at the Moliterno household. What was that? So it's going downhill fast.
It went downhill fast when you started the show off by talking about an entry archway.
Yes, the big story.
For 20 minutes.
The big story.
Not 20 minutes. Half an hour.
Big story of the day. The archway entrances are being redone at Disney World. Which, like I said, it was funny because literally like 3-4 days ago, I posted a picture with the entranceway and saying, hey, what's your countdown? How's it going? What's your countdown? And we got a lot of responses to that. I was, pretty, a lot of stuff. But let's see here.
I think we've talked up everything we possibly can.
Everything possible?
Yes.
Everything?
Yes.
So I do need to do this, though, because I'm getting really thirsty. Gaston! And you had the burp at the same time. Wow.
Yes, I just had to do it.
Ay. We have to do this, too, before we sign off for the night. We have to do this. Yeah, I'm going to leave studio. clicked the wrong button there, and you guys are going to be sitting there going, "Where did they go?" We're going to got to do this here. There we go. That's it. One of my favorite Disney pictures. Are you gonna block? Are you blocking your head? Are you trying to block your face?
This is too complicated.
Yeah, this boom is really. I don't know what you're. Here, let's do this. Watch. Here we go. Nope, can't do it.
There we go.
I'm on TV.
Please never make that sound again.
Turn. Hey, look at that. There you go. I'm drinking some water. He's going to have some fun with some of our green screen pictures back here. Yeah, how's it going? That is not Disney, by the way, but
we're on top of the world now.
Well, if you go back to that one real quick, that one is just, there you go. That is the scene just before you're at the top of Splash Mountain, you're ready to go down, and boom, there you go. That's a picture you get to see of the Magic Kingdom and Cinderella Castle just before you go down. Yes, kill the beast. I'm sorry, it didn't kill the beast.
You know, I think I'm just going to sit up here at the top of Splash Mountain for the rest of the night.
Kill the beast. Are you just going to sit? That's a good scene. I like that. Yes, kill the beast. So anyway, is there anything else you would like to talk about, Marcus?
No, we've been on for like an hour now.
There was something else here. This was sort of cute. If I can find it. Not quite sure why I can't find it, though. Ah, here we go. This is where it is. Disney Family Night. There's that. Oh, yeah. Mando Mondays. I don't know what they are. But yeah, these. There we go. We'll just pop this on here.
It looks just like my house. Yeah, sure it does, Dave. That house thing probably looks nothing like it.
Which one? The castle looking one,
I think he was talking about the contemporary modern house or whatever.
Oh, that thing. Yeah. Let's do this real quick. Okay. So yeah, something about Mando Mondays. So they're having some kickoff with a digital event revealing all new products inspired by The Mandalorian. So if you don't have enough Mandalorian in your life, this is the time to do it. Oh, this is a great segue. This is actually a very great segue. And I will post this on our site at some point here, but bring ourselves back up here for a second. Speaking of Mandalorian stuff, we're not going to remember this little guy. There we go. So I know we have a bad history and we have stuff that we have to send still, but I believe next Monday we will talk more about this little guy. And I think we'll do a little contest giveaway. Okay. By the time we give this away, the other stuff will have been sent. Okay. But this little guy here, if anyone's interested, my daughter-in-law actually crochets these by hand. And she has an Etsy shop with it on there. And I will post a link to that. But this one here, this little guy is going to be up for grabs sometime next week, probably on our next show next Monday. So just throwing that out there for you. Anyway, so yeah, Mando Mondays. I have no idea. You know, they've got some new product. Now here's
how about Mega Weenie Monday? No, that's been moved to Thursday.
Oh man, yeah, it's been moved to Thursday. Tons of merch on, was Star Wars. Yes, they had a bunch of stuff that they announced. If you go over to
Mary, I hate to tell you this, but Yoda's dead.
Thanks, Mary. Yes, it is not Baby Yoda, though. You got to remember that. This is not Baby Yoda. In fact, that was interesting on that Star Wars
Baby.
They called it,
the baby.
Yeah, isn't baby cute? They would say things like that. Isn't baby cute? They weren't calling it the child on set,
or even the baby consistently. They just said baby,
the baby. Yeah. And I don't think any of them said Baby Yoda. None of them said the child.
No, they said very specifically, it is not Baby Yoda.
Right, but they didn't call it the child on the set. It's probably before they actually the child became the dubbed name. This is still when they were filming the shows.
They probably didn't have names for everything yet.
Yeah. Baby. Yeah. Okay, that green thing, that child.
Again, Bowser Jr., Baby Bowser, two completely different characters.
Okay, here's my question though. This is just an observation. Jack's doing something over there. Here's my observation, your observation.
The person who plays the Mandalorian, his face just looks off.
He's got a strange looking dude, strange looking.
Also, let's not forget the fact that literally his stunt doubles could just play him.
Yeah, that was one of the things we learned on the show, on the gallery show, behind the scenes. There are two other guys who play him, obviously, because he's wearing a helmet almost the entire time, except for the few minutes you get to see his face on the one episode. But yeah, he's in my opinion, he's better off with the mask on.
He's got a face for radio.
He's got a face for radio. Exactly.
Hey, who's that handsome guy in the bottom right corner?
That's Carl Weathers. That's my man right there, Carl Weathers. The guy's great.
When he's not being interviewed.
Yeah, when he's not being interviewed. Yeah, Pedro Pascal. Yeah,
there's just something there you don't want to look at.
It's like, I don't know, his eyes are set funny or something. He's just something. And when they actually in the one episode did take his helmet off, and I know he was made up to look like he was injured in that, but he just something's not. I don't know. But yeah, there, Carl Weathers though. Yeah, excellent. Always fun to watch Carl Weathers act, no matter what show it is. And if any of you remember, which one was it? Rocky. Well, he's in Rocky 1 and 2, obviously. Rocky 3. Rocky 4.
Never seen it.
First one he wins. Second one he loses. Third one, he's helping Rocky train him. Fourth one, he gets killed. That's the one with the Russian guy. He's like about 50 times bigger than anyone else on the show. I will crush you. Yes. But Carl Weathers, we love the guy. Ding, ding. Okay, so if you're looking for some merch, though, go ahead, have some fun. Check out the Disney Parks blog. And we're not getting paid by them. So we're just saying this because we're just saying it.
You're just saying it.
I know, I'm just saying it.
You say a lot of things.
So anyway, yes, so next week, this green guy will be making an appearance, and we'll have more details about how you may be able to receive this green guy. We will put, though, like I said, we'll put a link to my daughter-in-law's Etsy, where she's selling these. I think she's selling them for about $20, and we'll get that out there for you. So what's Mary saying? Tomorrow a key comes out. I think I'm missing something there. Do you know what that means? Okay. So
Keyblade?
What's that?
Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, I have no idea what that means. So anyway,
it's a giant key that's a sword.
Okay.
Doesn't look like a sword, but it's literally just a giant key.
Okay. That sounds good. So I think that's about all we've got tonight, guys.
How did we do this for an hour?
I don't know. It's actually not an hour.
How did you do this for an hour? Is
Okay.
the more accurate.
So how was your day today?
I am not sitting through this. It's like the third degree in here.
Wait, what?
Like
With the bright lights? We got the bright lights on in here. Well, we're giving you the third degree. You turn that down a little bit.
Now I can't see anything.
No, it's just too dark. Okay. Totally non-Disney related. Well, not exactly, because
come on, you can just relate everything.
Everything
Disney.
can
just stop
point back.
With the
Clifford. If you ever, not the big red dog Clifford. We're talking about the movie Clifford from, I think it was the early to mid 90s or something like that. If you get a chance to watch it, it's only like rated 5.5 on IMDb. I think it's
Disney Store Key. I don't get it. What the point of that would be.
I'm not sure. Something about Disney Store Key. Okay, tomorrow a key comes out.
Can't deal with any of these people on watching our show.
And that says there's a walking, talking Baby Yoda pre-order today. Yes.
Does it come with a bowl of soup?
Yeah. Was it bone meal? I think that's some bone meal soup.
Bone meal soup?
Mm-hmm.
Bone broth?
Bone broth. Thank you. Bone broth. Yeah, I think I've seen that walking, talking.
Bone meal soup would be very gritty and powdery.
Yes, it would be. But I got distracted. What were we talking about?
Any luck with that chocolate?
Oh, Clifford. Thank you. Yes. So Clifford, if you get a chance, you want to waste about an hour and a half, go for it. It's a fun show. Oh, what? Where'd your arm go? Oh, he's holding a green bag. Here, put the bag in front of my face here for a second. I don't know what I look like right now. I probably look like the Headless Horseman or something.
That was necessary.
That was fun. Thank you, Jack. That was good. You're welcome. I don't know why he just came in here with a green bag, just randomly came in here with it and just stuck it in front of everything. Oh, here we got some artwork going here. What's this? Go ahead. Tell them what it is.
It's Tinseltown, Canton, and the Twisted Olive, and this is Disney.
On the back here, it says Disney. So this is his artwork for today. Cinemark, Tinseltown in Canton, which is his favorite movie theater. This is the Twisted Olive. It's the thing for that. And then Disney. So that's what you're looking for. Well, and I think with that, we rounded out the hour.
Yeah.
That was fun, though, with the green bag. Oh, my goodness.
I don't know what that.
Not really sure. Anyway, so we are going to wrap it up. And Michael just popped in on YouTube. Sorry, Michael, you're gonna have to catch the replay because we're just about done. So you ready to sing it off?
Sure. Okay. Finally.
I know you're ready. You're ready for this night to end. It's Monday. Got my earbuds hanging on there. It looks a little funny. Okay, ready? Now it's time to say goodbye to all our company. MIC, see you real soon. KY, why? Because we like you. MOUSE. I think Marcus is done, and it looks like Jack wants to make one more last-minute comment on some artwork he's got here. Okay, so what is this one here?
Man, 2 red X's from SpongeBob when Doodle Bob throws a bowling ball at Patrick and Patrick got hit by a bowling ball.
Not exactly Disney related, but why not? Why not?
No. No.
This is the Patreon portion of our programming.
You okay, Patrick?
Finland.
This is the part where you have to pay extra to watch the last portion of the show, the after show Patreon special. Not really. Okay. Anyway, so good night, everybody. Like I said, next week we will bring back this little green guy, and we will make some announcements on our Facebook page and our Facebook group, explaining a little bit more about how you can win this guy. And I think that's about it. Thanks for watching. If you get a chance, jump over to our YouTube channel. Might have some time to post a couple of interesting things over there. So if you're subscribed to WDWpov over on YouTube, you'll get to see a couple of those things, which might include scribble down on my notes over here. Possibly, remember Talking Mickey? We had a nice encounter with Talking Mickey back before they got rid of him. Where he did some magic for us. That was really cool. And maybe a Country Bear Jamboree show might wind up over on our YouTube channel. So just a couple of things to think about. That's about it. Hope you guys have a magical week, and we will see you next Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Take care, everybody.